Hey guys, Andy here, or Cobra Commander TFW, and I'm here to talk to you today about Legends Kup. He's the version of the Titans Return figure from Japan, obviously, with new color scheme, a new head, and some other new bits on him. And there was a few different ways that he was going to look before he actually came out. I guess they couldn't decide on the color scheme because Kup's had a few different looks over the years, because I guess no one could decide on what color that guy should be from the different animation companies. Oh well. I hope you enjoyed this video, so let's get on and have a look at that old-timey geezer dude. This is Legends Kup, and as you can see, he's got a new paint scheme and some new tweaks here and there to the mold. The vehicle mold's pretty much unchanged, apart from obviously the paint apps, they're all the same. It's even got that mistake that everybody pointed out and no one can unsee. Thanks, internet. But it's a solid little truck mode without any issues at all, which is good, apart from... Wait, what the... What? So yeah, the hands are a little visible. Well, anyway, back to the Transformer. The cockpit is done in a nice translucent blue colour, which is quite nice. And you'd think you could get two dudes in here, but you can't. It's only got room enough for the Titan Master alone. But hey, that's not a big deal to me anyway. Speaking about the Titan Master, I like it. It's a lot more poppy and bright and colourful than the American version. He's got paint apps around his thighs, which make it look like he has little underpants on just above his thighs, which is kind of weird. You know, it's kind of a shame that they couldn't do the screw from the comic. That would have been really nice, but just not feasible, unfortunately. Something that was feasible for them to do was the Targetmaster, and this came out fine. It's done in translucent black plastic, which is weird, and I'm a bit scared for the future for it, but yeah, it looks okay, it does the job. It's just nothing very special, which is a shame because I really like this character in this little comic. It's really fun. And it's this girl. What? Now, regardless of how good that is, a big problem is there's, like, no decent place to put this in this mode. You've got this peg here, or you can put it, like, I don't know, on the back here, and if you do, you're like, oh, it's off-center, swing it around. No, just bangs off the side. So, okay, I want to aim forward to put it on the side, and you're like, yeah, okay. And then you're just dragging him along the ground because the peg's not very good. That's another problem with it. And there's no feet pegs or holes for him to use on here, so he can't even stand up in robot mode. So he can't even do things that the Titan Masters can do. So I don't know. Put him in the cockpit? No, he doesn't fit. What do you do with him? You can't even do much with the articulation. Shoulders move out and forwards because it's on a ball joint, so nothing special there. Both legs can swing out forwards and backwards, but they can't go in and out. And the knees are on ball joints, and that translucent plastic, I think, might make these wobbly in the future, so that's not great either. And for the waist joint, you can kind of turn the entire torso. It doesn't move the head because it seems to be that the head's connected all the way to her groin. Hurrah. So whenever you twist, it twists the entire thing, which isn't great, but let's oppose a bit, I guess. And another problem I have with this Targetmaster is these clips on the top here. When I clip it into the gun mode, I've noticed that it does a little bit of damage to around here. It actually damages the plastic. As you can see, it doesn't look great, and it doesn't make me feel super good about this figure. I mean, luckily, not having it fully transformed isn't a big deal, as you can see. It's a little off, but not completely. But it's a fine gun. I guess, like, for the Targetmaster to do okay gun mode, I guess that's something. Hurrah. It's also got a port in the bottom here. Not exactly sure what for, but hey, maybe you could use it for something. Back to the bot at hand, Kup's transformation is great. I really like it. I love how the sides of the car mode completely fall down and compress round and do all that funky stuff to make feet. The big, chunky, solid feet as well. And it's pretty funky, just like folding the front of the car mode into the chest and closing the chest up, and it looking, again, really solid. This toy has no backpack. It's super impressive, at least in my eyes. Overall, Kup is just fun. He's a really good little transforming toy. And I think he makes for a really good robot mode as well. With the new colour scheme, the new forearms, the new shoulders, and the new head, it gives a much more G1 cartoon look, which is what I was after all along, compared to the American mold, which, you know, is much more to the toy aesthetic. But he still has some holdovers from that mold, as he does have the ports in the back, which don't really do anything, and a hole in his butt for a stand, if that's your jam as well. And although the head's not perfect in terms of how it looks, and it does have some painting mishaps here and there, as you can see, this is much more what I wanted from a Kup headmaster. He also has a few more paint problems around his shoulders, as you can see. It's not a huge deal, but it is noticeable in person. And, you know, he does have stress marks on his wrist. I don't know if I should be concerned, but I'm a little worried about that. Now, Kup can move with the best of them. Ball joint in the shoulder allows him to do all that stuff that you would expect, and the transformation joint allows him to lift it up higher. He's got a bicep swivel, so he can do that kind of fun jazz. Double elbows, so he can get a good deep bend for them. The waist joint is just on a swivel, so not a huge amount, but, you know, good enough. The legs are a little bit more limited as they can't go out that far. I mean, this is it, really. But they can go forwards and they can go backwards to the amount you'd want. And the knee does do a 90-degree bend, because that's what you do, and it's good enough. And we also have the thigh cut just above the knee. Again, it's fine, and the toes can go down. And unsurprisingly, the head does everything that you would expect it to. Turns left and right, looks up and down very slightly, but it, you know, whatever, it's fine. So all in all, I really like this Kup toy. I think he's a great mold. He's a lot of fun to transform and play with. Should you get him? I think it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for the cartoon accurate version that has never existed until now, then this is the one for you. If you just want a fun mold, you can probably just deal with the American one, to be honest, because the Targetmaster shouldn't be the selling point. It should be merely the icing on the top of the cake, which is the Kup toy, as it's not a amazing, groundbreaking piece of engineering or anything like that. But then again, you might look at a Targetmaster and desire it with all of your heart, and who could blame you? Either way, I'm really pleased I've got this toy. Like him a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope it's been fun, and I will see you in the future for another video. See you later, peeps. What?